Our ability to keep this country strong is dependent on our ability to educate people. If we fail our citizens on such a fundamental level, we will put ourselves in a vulnerable spot with our own government. What keeps our government in check is us being informed about what they are doing. However, if we do not understand what they are doing because no one could afford to get the education to become a journalist or a reporter, or even worse, if we just don't understand the basic fundamental setup of our own government, we as the people will lose control of this democracy. We need to push for the funding to make universal education a possibility for every person in America, because every person in America should have the opportunity to pursue the happiness that this country can provide. Our education is being undermined in more ways than one. Trump and DeVos' new plan only makes it worse by taking $9.2 million from the education budget. These cuts will further decrease training for teachers and our after-school and summer school programs for our students. The plan will also discontinue over 20 other educational programs. Randi Weingarten discusses that it's not just the education that this plan will dismantle. It also affects the food programs in schools. For some kids, the snacks and meals they are provided at school is the only food they have access to. Without the basic requirement of feeding our children met, their ability to learn anything will dissipate. These budget cuts will demolish our education system, with our society falling quickly in line. Not only will our lack of education funding take away our grasp on our government, it also puts us at a disadvantage with other countries. How will we compete with the rest of the developed world if nobody had the money to get the education required to become an engineer, a mathematician, or a diplomat? What would we do if we fell off that table because we as a country could not provide anyone privileged enough to sit at it? We are becoming a country based on who has the most money, and in so many ways we could fall back into the customs of the monarchy our ancestors despised if we are not careful. We cannot allow our government and its unqualified Secretary of Education to destroy our access to free public education. We have to do more than push for universal education and quality education. We need to do away with the Common Core and standardized tests that are crippling our students' creativity and encourage individual thinking that will catapult us into a better and stronger society. We must demand of our government the environment to reward our teachers with better pay and tax breaks for money they spend on their student supplies. We need to continue our access to teachers' training opportunities and our students' summer and after-school activities. Schools should be given the tools and the funding to create a welcoming and nurturing environment. If we do not take the time and the money to enrich our children with the knowledge to improve this country and this world, then our society will quickly fall in on itself. We will lose our ability to function as a republic if we do not continue to educate, inform, and engage our residents of this country. This country will soon perish. Stand with me to fight for our right to a quality education and for our teachers' right to livable wages. Without education, America will never be great again.